Next, we will discuss thematic hearings. These are hearings held by the Commission on specific areas of concern. Some examples of the areas of concern and hearings held recently are the human rights situation of detainees at Guantanamo Naval Base, United States, the situation of individuals deprived of liberty in Panama, and human rights situation of people affected by mining in the Americas and responsibilities of the host and home states of the mining companies. Thematic hearings can be used for various purposes. They can be used to initiate precautionary measures, if so requested, to engage in monitoring of the issue by the Commission, and to update the Commission on a previously heard about issue. There is, however, no requirement that the Commission follow up on a situation heard about during a thematic hearing. Next, we will talk about precautionary measures. Precautionary measures are to be taken in, quote, serious and urgent, end quote, situations in order to prevent irreparable harm. They may be initiated by the Commission itself or at a party's request. Those initiated at a party's request are most often done through an individual petition, though not always. When the Commission grants precautionary measures in conjunction with an individual petition, it requests that a country do so, quote, until the IACHR has ruled on the merits of the individual petition filed on his behalf, end quote. That is to say, the granting of such measures and their adoption by the state does not equal a prejudgment by the Commission on the alleged violations of the rights. Even when the Commission requests precautionary measures, however, that does not mean that a state will always comply. The Commission looks to three factors to determine whether precautionary measures are necessary. These are the gravity of the issue, the urgency of the issue, and the risk of irreparable harm to people. The Commission has ordered precautionary measures to protect many and varied rights, for example, the right to health, the right to family, and the right to avoid harm to life or health as a result of environmental contamination. Two of the precautionary measures the Commission has recommended so far this year, 2014, are PM 408/13, called Members of the Movimiento Reconocido, Dominican Republic. This is a case where members of the group Movimiento Reconocido received threats to their lives and bodies because of their criticism and protest of a decision by the highest court of the Dominican Republic which denationalized thousands of Dominicans of Haitian descent. The second of these measures is PM 110/14, called Ramiro Hernandez Llanas, United States. This is a case involving an inmate sentenced to death in the United States. The case of the human rights defenders in the Dominican Republic is ongoing, while the case of Mr. Hernandez Llanas is not. Despite the Commission's request, Mr. Hernandez Llanas was executed less than a month after the precautionary measure was issued. Finally, we will talk about rapporteurs. Rapporteurs are members of the Commission who oversee human rights conditions on particular topics that are of concern to the Commission and to OAS member states. These rapporteurs weigh in on individual cases, contribute to and sometimes write thematic reports, and generally try to raise awareness on their specific issues. With one exception, the rapporteurships are held by the commissioners, who attend to this duty amongst the rest of their responsibilities. The current rapporteurships are the rapporteurs on the rights of women, the rights of prisoners, the rights of migrant workers and their families, the rights of children, the rights of indigenous people, the rights of Afro-descendants, the rights of human rights defenders, and the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, and intersex persons. Additionally, there are individual country rapporteurs and a unit on economic, social, and cultural rights created in 2012. Finally, there is the Special Rapporteur on the Freedom of Expression. This, unlike the other rapporteurships, is not held by a commissioner and is instead held by an external person chosen by the Commission to fill that role. This brings us to the end of our section on the tools that can be used in the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights. We will quickly review all of the tools before moving on to the next section, mechanisms.
Created using Powtoon.